All right, what is up, everybody? Today we are going to be reacting. For the very first time, this is going to be the very first reaction video, and I wanted to get the first reaction for this music video directed by Dave Meyers. Normally, people talk about the artist and that person first, but I want to actually speak about the director. He is, he's directed a ton of different music videos from all the pop stars, the Ariana Grandes, the Katy Perrys, all that kind of stuff. And he's just got such a catalog. So today we're going to watch the Drake and 21 Savage Spin Bout U music video. Never seen it, never heard anything about it. So this is going to be my very first reaction, and I'll let you know what I think. Okay, without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so already we got the aspect ratio, the cinematic aspect ratio. Very clean images. I like the framing, a lot of different space and stuff. Got a lot of film grain going on here. Now, I don't know if that's added after. I think so. So this is all just a story, barely any performance. I mean, when you see performance, it's not even 21 that's performing, right? Kind of like a cool movie we got going on here. Little helicopter on the yacht, that's crazy. Okay, so now we're starting to see some conflict in here. Oh, okay, they're getting played. Okay, nice. Okay, you're gonna steal the whole boat. Oh, bro, no. Shit. Yeah, that's good. You got them singing. They just pushed the helicopter off. Nobody tries to steal it. She did a real tattoo of a big heart on his forehead. I don't know. Got some mad VFX in the background there. Okay. So a lot of VFX flames, a good old green screen of them in that lifeboat. So yeah, now what I'm thinking I'm gonna do is actually just download this video and take it into Premiere and kind of chop it up and see exactly, a few of the things that they've done. I think one thing that I'm really interested in looking at doing is looking at that little effect when they actually switch the song up. Put it into the timeline, and then what I'm gonna do is select it and hit scene edit detection. So if you don't know what this is wonderful tool. So I'm going to apply a cut, and I'm also going to create a bin. So I don't anticipate too many clips or too many cuts here. So I'm just going to try to dissect what makes a good music video or storyline or things like that, and just kind of work backwards from the finished product. They only allowed me to download a 720p, so we won't really look at the depth of the image and everything. We're not pixel peeping here. But yeah, I'm also going to bring up my Lumetri scopes. Things are looking pretty red heavy, as you can see, and you'll see that grade along pretty much the majority of the thing. Even though they're in a very white looking yacht, I'm gonna assume it's pretty white. There is no blue. It's all kind of red. So I would imagine that the color grade is just pushed more towards the red, as you can see, and you see it right in the vector scopes here as well. That's where you kind of get oh, okay, that's the vibe is almost, to me, it kind of feels like a little more nostalgic or something like that. Yeah, and you can see right here, it's you're literally looking at a blue sky, and it is more red than blue in the waveform. Yeah, these shots, music videos, love perspective shots, POV shots, where they're looking up when they wake up. Kind of cool with the little transition of the towel. We've got some vignetting on the side here. Right, so looking innocent, the quick time lapse to show time passing. So we got everything really deep into the toe here. We are just hanging out in this one area in terms of lighting and exposure, which is kind of crazy. If you look at a lot of movies and stuff, they really do like to hang their exposure down pretty low. So as long as you're not underexposing anything, as you see here, you're not completely crushing the black levels. So it's just kind of cool to see this and how it looks at the end, right? This whole frame is the back of her head, and is basically just black. All you see is him, and there's probably a little power window around his face. I could kind of looks like that, it's just helping with the exposure of his face there. We got another just regular frame, but we got a little bit of an angle here. You can see this is on a pretty heavy angle, right? Yeah, nice beautiful shot though. We got little catch light. That's a great way to tell where light's coming from in any sort of frame. And yeah, we got that's a classic shot. I've had this issue a lot where maybe there was a part that I knew was going to be a drop or something like that, and I wanted to kind of show that visually, right? So normally what I would have done here is I would have ended up putting that part where she's actually blowing the dust into his face right at the moment where the song actually kicks and winds down and turns down. But here he actually did it before, and then it sort of, when the break of the song kind of comes, you'll see that that's when like the real effects start hitting. So why don't we just watch it all the way through and I'll show you what I mean. See, so the transition was a little bit different. It wasn't like bam, the music changes, which is something that it looks like that's probably what he planned on doing. If I was to have this footage myself, let's say, and this is how I kind of planned it out, it would probably be, I would take something like this up until, let's just go to this moment here. What I would normally do is take that, see where something like here. So it was probably different. Like this song he got and everything was probably a little bit different, but this is what I imagine would have been like the initial idea here, right? Now there's no right or wrong answer to either one. I'm just saying, like, that's something that we can consider, right? Exactly when things are gonna actually hit. And so like maybe this is too obvious, and so he liked it not so obvious, right? And that's probably all he was looking to do there. But anyway, let's set everything back to where it was and start keep going along here. Okay, very, very cool effect, man. That's crazy how that happens. Okay, so this is pretty cool. Let's watch through this again. Yeah, that's a really cool effect. I'm sure it's just copying and cutting out the background. That looks really cool. I love this, how they break into here. And look, you can see right now, color grade, completely different. We're all into the greens here. Yes, we got the reds and all that stuff and the lighting over here. That like bluish sort of nighttime tone, selling this nighttime crime sort of scene right here. So now they have the music going on in the background, so that is the non-diegetic sound, and then they'll have some talking here where that's diegetic sound. That looks, yeah, see, when you go frame by frame and everything, you can see it looks so fake. We got the spray up here, everything, and she's like only doing the bottom part. Everything looks so fake here, obviously, right? Yeah, anyway, kind of looks marker like. Here will be another little lighting detail. So right there they have a light off to the side, but what they did basically, they show you with that lamp being down like that. Like, look, you can see it's not doing anything for him here. Like, that's barely any light on his right side of his face, right? As it goes along, you see the very next shots, like clearly they added something else in there, or they moved this so damn close that it actually fit right there, but chances are it's a little more of a spotlight, so it wouldn't really go everywhere. I mean, she was sitting there the whole time and didn't grab the phone. I don't know. Here we go with the fakest fall ever, but hey, you know, it looks pretty cool. That's some VFX budget I don't have, so it's cool that they did something like that. That looks like some 60 frames, little speed ramp there. So that's all they have to do, right? They give you that one big like explosion, so you see that, and now you're like, oh, okay, if I see fire continuously in the video, you know, that's gonna actually make sense when I see it coming up somewhere else. And just like this right here, you got the fire in the background and it's lighting them from behind, right? Well, really more to the side, so we can actually see the shape. And I don't know why nobody kills 21 right there. He gets to get away, so he gets to do his next music video where Drake doesn't. He's dead now. Yeah, it just looks like a bunch of VFX, bunch of green screen, that kind of thing. This is great how they just say, okay, here's the horizon, here's where the boat was, and we're just gonna blow all that stuff up in the background, and then we're just gonna light this little boat scene. Okay, so thank you so much for watching and taking time to sit with this breakdown. This is one of the biggest artists and one of the biggest directors together making this video, and the idea can be really simple. It doesn't have to be too crazy. The only real separation is the fact that they have all this money to, you know, show off this yacht and show off all this jewelry and that kind of thing. But this idea is a very simple one that when you distill it down, you could totally do something like this yourself. Nobody really is gonna go to this video and go frame by frame to kind of check out every little aspect of it. But so that's great. I've had so much fun doing this reaction, so thank you so much for watching. Gently tap that like button and subscribe if you feel so inclined. My name's Ciprian. I'll catch you guys in the next one.